Everyone thinks money was invented because barter was inconvenient. They're wrong. It solved a problem so fundamental we stopped noticing it existed. Picture two farmers in 1200 BCE. One grows wheat, the other raises goats. The wheat farmer needs goats, the goat farmer needs wheat. But here's the catch. What if the goat farmer doesn't need wheat right now? What if he needs grain in 3 months? Barter only works when both people want what the other has at the same time. That timing problem crushed entire economies. So societies started using something everyone agreed had value: seashells in the Pacific. Cattle in ancient Rome. The word pecuniary comes from the Latin word for cow. These weren't arbitrary choices. They had to be durable, divisible, and scarce enough that you couldn't just grab more from the ground. Money was a solution to a timing and trust problem, not just convenience. Then came metal. Gold and silver worked better than shells because they lasted forever, didn't rot, and were universally recognized as valuable across continents. Around the 7th century BCE, the first government-stamped coins appeared, a seal that said this amount is real, this is official. Governments didn't invent money, they branded it. But carrying gold across continents was dangerous. So around the 11th century, Chinese merchants started using paper notes instead, essentially IOUs from trusted traders. If you had a note promising gold, you didn't need the gold itself. Paper money worked because it represented something real, and everyone believed in the promise behind it. Fast forward to the 1950s. Banks started issuing credit cards. Then came electronic transfers, direct deposits, and payment apps. Notice the pattern? Money never changed what it does. It still solves the timing problem. You don't need goods right now, you need a promise of value. Each technology just made the promise easier to carry and transfer. Digital currency is the latest chapter. Bitcoin, blockchain, stablecoins, these are systems where the promise is stored on a computer network instead of printed on paper or locked in a bank vault. No government controls it. No single bank holds the ledger. The technology is radically different, but the function is identical: a way to store and exchange value without needing the other person present. So what does this tell us? Money isn't about the medium. It's never been about coins or paper or blockchain. It's about solving the fundamental human problem. How do we trust each other to exchange value across time and distance? Seashells, gold, paper, plastic, code, they're all just containers for the same idea. The form changes. The function doesn't. If you want to understand how your paycheck, your credit card, or your bank account actually works, you have to start here, with the original problem money solved. Everything else is just refinement. Subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown of how financial systems actually function beneath the surface. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown of how financial systems actually function beneath the surface. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research.